outrageous. That is outrageous, and it is absurd. Nowhere will you ever find God calling demons his sons. Nowhere will you find those who are outside of Christ his sons. The reprobate, impenitent sinner who dies in their sins, these people are not referred to ever as God's sons. Christians, true believers, are God's sons, not the reprobate. Angels, good angels, the unfallen angels, the ones that did not fall, they are God's sons. Demons and reprobate men are not God's sons. God does not have a single son that will be in heaven. Not one of God's sons will undergo eternal condemnation. Not one. Christ is God's one and only son. And we, all of us who believe, are sons by adoption. Are sons by new birth. But Jesus Christ is the Son of God by natural generation. We are sons of God by supernatural generation. And there's a difference. Nowhere in the Bible, nowhere does God ever refer to demons or unbelievers as his sons. Nowhere in the Bible. And to me, that should be enough to overthrow this silly notion that the sons of God in Genesis 4-6 is referring to demons. That is beyond the pale. Now, those who argue against that position that I just laid out, that sons of God cannot be demons. And no doubt, no matter how much convincing you lay out there, and I am laying out a convincing argument, but no matter what, people, when they embrace an idea, something they've been told and have held to all their lives or all their Christian lives, it will take pulling teeth to get them to see otherwise. And more often than not, most people will never adjust their thinking to accommodate the truth. So now, let's look at the verses that those who would argue against what I just said. They refer to several verses in the book of Job. So let's look at Job chapter 1, verse 6. This is what it says. This is the verse. These are the verses in Job, 2 verses, that those who believe that the angels were demons, that they were sons of God, these are the verses that they get it from. They get it from Job. So in Job chapter 1, verse 6, here's what it says. There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Notice what Job says, because this is when Job was going through his trial, and Satan presented himself